Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here, and in today's video I'll be talking about the possibility of the Washington Commanders trading for Brandon Aiyuk or signing him next offseason. I'll also talk about some trade discussions that might have happened between the Washington Commanders and San Francisco 49ers and how Jayden Daniels might be trying to get Brandon Aiyuk to DC, but in a good way. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well so you never miss a video. Comment down below what you think about this situation. So in the title it might say something like Jayden Daniels is trying to get Brandon Aiyuk to DC. I think this is a good thing. He's not trying to force the Commanders to get him. He's just trying to get his friend more money. So I think this whole thing by Brandon Aiyuk, and by the way, totally different setup. So I'm not in a great position right now. Just different area or different recording spot, and I'm just sitting in an uncomfortable position right now. But it is what it is. Got to do what you got to do. But I think this, and that's just a whatever side thing. I was just wanted to say that, but I do think this whole thing by Brandon Aiyuk is a ploy to try to get more money. I think he's negotiating with the 49ers and using these different things as leverage and doing what he can to make more money. And apparently the 49ers already offered him over around $26 million a year. He didn't take it. You also, you see the same thing happen with Deebo Samuel, and he ended up getting a deal. He did what he had to do. And sorry, I had to cut out a little bit. Again, not the best, most comfortable position here. But he did what he had to do. He got his deal, held out a little bit, did some media drama, unfollowed the team, all that stuff. And guess what? It worked. He got his deal. And whatever, maybe they're happy, maybe they're not. But he got his deal. So that is ultimately what I think Brandon Aiyuk is trying to do here with the 49ers. He is doing a lot of the same things that Deebo did. Obviously, his friends with him. I'm sure Deebo maybe advised him a little bit on this, or Brandon Aiyuk just saw what Deebo did. And it's interesting now that Jayden Daniels is being played into this. So Ryan Clark of ESPN shares that Brandon Aiyuk walked into the room with Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels when revealing his meeting with San Francisco today. And this was on, and to be clear, this was not Jayden Daniels going with Brandon Aiyuk to San Francisco for a meeting, but they were talking with ESPN reporters, and Jayden Daniels was with Brandon Aiyuk, and Brandon Aiyuk told Ryan Clark, I guess some of these other guys, what was going on. I think with the connections there, because Ryan Clark has been mentioning this a lot, I'm sure that it's Aiyuk. Aiyuk and Jayden Daniels played at Arizona State, but I think Ryan Clark's son also played at Arizona State, and Ryan Clark played at LSU, and so did Jayden Daniels. So there's a lot of different connections there. So I'm sure all three of those guys are very well connected, and that's why Brandon Aiyuk is going to Ryan Clark with this stuff and trying to get his message out through Ryan Clark. That's what I think. My whole thing on this is, I think, and I've been pretty clear on this, at least the last couple of videos I've made on it, but now more than ever, I feel strongly about this. I like Brandon Aiyuk. I think he's a very good receiver. I don't know if he's an elite receiver. I think he is definitely a #1 receiver in this league, but yeah, he's a very good receiver. He's going to get a lot of money. He's going to get $27, $28, $29 million a year. But the 49ers want a first-round pick, I think. The 49ers, and I'm trying to cut down on the I thinks and I believe, but sometimes it's a habit. But on the John Keim report, there was a 49ers reporter, and he was talking about how he believes the 49ers, and I'm saying I believe, but he believes that the 49ers would start to entertain it if they're offered a first plus. And that means you're going to have to give up a first, and you're also going to have to extend Aiyuk. And I really think that if you're able to do what you need to do this offseason or this season for the Commanders, whatever happens, happens. If Terry looks good, Jahan looks good, and Luke McCaffrey look good, hey, you know what? You don't need to go ahead and get Brandon Aiyuk. But guess what? If we don't, maybe one of those guys doesn't develop or we still want another receiver, then you can trade for him if it works out. Or, if the 49ers franchise tag him, or you can maybe sign him in free agency. That's something that you can do. And I think if he does make it to free agency, he will be the Commanders will be one of the top landing spots for him. I firmly believe he would sign here over any other team. Maybe the 49ers is the other team, but I think if he makes it to free agency, he's not going back to the 49ers, so it's going to be us. And some people are going to be like, well, the 49ers would never let him go to free agency. Here's the thing. They just paid Nick Bosa. They paid Deebo Samuel. They're going to have to pay, maybe Aiyuk. That's something that's in the air. They're going to have to pay Brock Purdy soon, some other guys as well. So they don't have a ton of money to just give out like that. And they just drafted a receiver in the first round. So maybe that's to not go after, or because maybe they don't think they can keep Aiyuk. And they're in a Super Bowl push right now. They're not going to trade him mid-season unless this Ricky Porcel kid, pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, unless this Ricky Porcel guy is a stud this year and they think he's going to be a star in the league, they're not going to trade Aiyuk mid-season because they're in a Super Bowl push. So I believe they're going to keep him even if a deal is not working out, and they'll go to the offseason trying to get a deal done. And if that doesn't work out, he'll be a free agent, or they can franchise tag him. That's another thing that, could happen and probably will happen. That's ultimately the most likely scenario, is a franchise tag, and then maybe the next year he's available in free agency. But if he does make free agency, I would put like close to 40-50% chance of the Commanders landing him because of his connection with Jayden Daniels. And he has consistently been connected with Jayden Daniels. I mean, he was right after they got drafted, or Jayden Daniels got drafted, he was on live with him. They've had some cryptic tweets together. Nothing bad, but just they're good friends. And then now going to an interview together, or not an interview, but just giving information to a reporter. They've got a good connection, and I would really like it if he came to DC. But I'm not trying to trade a first round pick and maybe something more, plus giving up $30 million a year. If the receivers don't work out this year, or we still want another player to help out our young quarterback, that's fine. Then in free agency, we can go ahead. So we can pay Brandon Aiyuk, get him a lot of money, and bring him to DC, but not give up that first round pick or maybe a second round pick and some players. That's what I think is the best case scenario for the Commanders. And if it turns out that another team trades for him, or he signs a deal with San Francisco, you know what? That's fine. At the end of the day, that's fine. Adam Schefter did say the 49ers and Commanders did discuss a trade this offseason, and Aiyuk did have a little bit of a reaction to the report, saying, oh, I thought the 49ers weren't, trying to trade me, whatever. I think he's using this as leverage. I really do. He's trying to get more bread. He wants to be in San Francisco, but if not San Francisco, I think Washington is his number one spot. I don't know. I just don't think it's worth trading for him right now, giving up a first, or maybe in our case, since we're not projected to be great, it wouldn't be a first, but maybe it would be like a second and a third and like something else, like maybe a player. We're not giving Terry or Jonathan. I mean, I don't think we're giving up those guys, and a second for Aiyuk. But let me know what you guys would give up for Brandon Aiyuk. Again, my final opinion on this is, don't trade for him right now unless you're getting him for super cheap, and wait until the offseason, pay him the money you want. He's got the connection with Adam Peters, with Jayden Daniels, Martin Mayhew as well. So there's connections there. There are connections there for sure. And that definitely is going to play a factor into this. And the Jayden Daniels, Brandon Aiyuk connection, that's the biggest factor there. You want to please your rookie quarterback and your quarterback hopefully of the future. You pair him with his best friend and college teammate. They're clearly close. I really didn't realize how close they were until right around draft time and afterwards, but it's clear they're, if not best friends, they're very close. So I think at some point they're going to get reunited, and hey, it better be in Washington. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Sorry if it was a little bit, you know, there's some background noise or the angle looks weird or I was pausing a lot. It's a little, yeah, just not the best situation to record here. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace. Comment down below real quick before you guys leave. Go ahead and comment down below Matt Jones, OG Redskins player. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.